Hey guys, it's Jessie and welcome back to my channel and welcome back to my next Those Eyeshadows update. So I feel like I have not updated this project in forever. I love this project. It was like the first one that I actually started doing properly on my channel and holds a very special place in my heart. But today we have the first update for I think 2 months or so. It's been a while, I can't lie. I have been changing this project a little bit each month. Currently I'm working on 4 shades and I have to either hit pan on them or use them up and then they can roll out of the project. If you guys have missed the first few updates to this series, I will link the playlist up here so you can watch this year's series. I also did it last year as well if you're interested in watching that as well. Really great progress on a lot of these eyeshadows. So for this project today we are going to be rolling out a new shade, and I also want to kind of up my numbers again, so I want to work on 5 shades now, so I am going to be rolling in another one along with that. So without further ado, I'll go through my progress. So the first kind of section is my kind of lid setting shade. I work on a cream setting shade every month and just try to hit on pan on that. I'm working from my newest palette back to my oldest, just because a lot of the time I'm panning from oldest to newest, so I thought it would be nice to kind of get some use out of the newer palettes. So the first shade I had in was Cotton from my Love Notes palette, and I used this one 4 times this month for 12 uses total. And as you can see here, we do actually have a pan in there, a good little pan. I don't know how well you can actually tell, but there is definitely pan in there. There you go, you can kind of see there. We do have a little pan in this one. Then I moved on to the Oden's Eye Salmain palette, Salman, I don't know how you say it, but I used this one 15 times to hit pan, and that is just this one here. And as you can see, we do obviously have a pan in there as well. And now currently I am working on a shade from my Be Perfect Carnival 3 the Antidote palette, Carnival 4 the Antidote palette, with like Stacey Marie I believe, and I'm working on the shade Dove at the top in the middle there. So I've used this one 15 times and we do have a good dip in there. No pan yet, but should have pan for next month. So I do definitely think I'll hit pan before the next update, so I am going to roll in another shade, so I will just figure out which one that was. I also will mention I did roll in the first shade from my Naked Ultraviolet palette drop in, but that actually had some shimmer in it, so it wasn't really good for setting my lid, so that's why I kind of skipped past that one. Okay, so I am back. I had to charge my camera battery, so if my hair looks more dry slash the angle looks slightly different, that will be why. But I was just talking about how I had used the cream setting shade, and the next one that I'm going to be rolling in after I finish the one in my Carnival palette will be from my Kaleidos Escape Pod palette. This is the next recent palette that has a cream shade without pan in it. So the shade I'll be focusing on afterwards is Lo-Fi down here. There are a couple of brush marks in there, but really nothing too much at all, so I'm really excited to focus on that one and kind of bring this palette into my everyday use again. Haven't, as you can see, used it all too much, and I've got this quite recently, and I also don't know how deep the pans are, so that'll be really interesting to see as well. So now moving on to the main update, I'm going to go in order of least to most progress, and first of all we have the shade in my Maybelline Nudes in New York palette. I'll pop the progress pictures up here as I speak, but the shade we rolled in was Dreamer, and I had used it 2 times this month for 2 uses total, and it's just this kind of cream shade here. This is what we are looking like now. We did already have a pretty good dip in there. We are making some more progress. If you can see in the shade Globe Trotter, the shades are really deep in here, so I do think we need a lot more uses to hit pan. I believe I used this 30 times before in a Those Eyeshadows, or maybe less, I think, because I think I rolled it out. I can't really remember, but I do have a good dip in there already, and I'm just kind of furthering that dip, hoping to hit pan sometime soonish, but honestly I have no idea. I only use this one twice this month because it's a little bit of a dark and slightly lackluster shimmer, so I do normally like to layer something over the top. When dark, I mean it's too dark for my inner corner, but it's reasonably light on my lid, and yeah, I need to layer something over the top whenever I use it, so that is a little bit annoying. But I used that one twice this month, so that is staying in. I will swatch it for you. So that is the shade there. As you can see, it's just got kind of like a pinky flip. Ignore the kind of other makeup that's on my hand right now. I'll just try and remove that. Lol. Anyway, that is the shade there. So as you can see, it's got a little bit of shimmer, but nothing too crazy, but it is a nice shade nonetheless. Then we had the shade Mind Slip from my Urban Decay Naked Ultraviolet palette. So I will cover the rest of the shades, and here is what it is looking like now. I've used this one 7 times this month for 7 uses total, and to be honest, you really can't tell. I don't actually think there's even brush marks in there. I wouldn't be able to tell. You literally cannot see anything, so I don't even know the point in me holding it up, but we do have but we have been using it, just you can't really see. So I will swatch this now. It's a really nice shade to start off a look with, I think. It's quite light, but it works well as a kind of light crease colour. It's a bit too dark for me personally to use as a lid setting shade, but overall it's quite nice to kind of start off in the crease just as a kind of basic transition colour. Then we have the shade Borah Blue from my Made by Mitchell Head in the Clouds palette. So this is just the shade here, and I'll put in the progress pictures. It is this blue here. So I've used this one 5 times this month for 17 uses total. As you can see, it's what I'm wearing in my inner corners with another shade layered on top. I do need to use this one still 3 more times. I do think I will do that. But yeah, just a little bit of progress in there. I don't know how you can see. I can see a little bit of disturbance, but nothing too crazy. Definitely won't be hitting a pan in that one. And then the last shade, and the one that we're going to be rolling out, is Lucid from my Naked Urban Decay Ultraviolet palette. And I've used this one 7 times this month for 20 uses total. It's also on my inner corners. And it's just this shade in the middle here. This kind of really nice green light shimmer shade. As you can see, definitely some disturbance in there. I think you can see a little bit of hard pan even, but nowhere near pan. Obviously, Urban Decay shades are so hard pressed and so deep, but overall a little bit of progress in there, and it's a really nice shade. It's definitely my favourite shade in the palette. Really do like that. So I just noticed there's literally an eyelash stuck to this palette, which is cute. But yeah, overall that one will be rolling out this month. I've got to swatch Borah Blue. I won't swatch that one obviously because it is rolling out, and that is Borah Blue underneath there, so just a nice kind of pastel blue colour. So Lucid is rolling out now, so that means that I'm going to be rolling in 2 more shades because, as I mentioned, I wanted to up the number of shades in this project. So before we do that, I will talk about some pan percentage. So I have bought some new palettes, and I decluttered one of my pan matte palettes which had a lot of pan, so my pan percentage has gone down. My total shadows is now at 802, I believe. I haven't gone through my spreadsheet in a while to check everything's right. I'm pretty sure it is, but we could be 1 or 2 numbers off. But I believe I've got 802 total shadows and 47 with pan. So now we are down to 5.8% pan percentage. In April, which is the last time I actually recorded it, we had 6.5%. So it was a little bit better then, but hopefully we can get on up there now, because I really am not buying very many palettes. It's just the one palette that I did buy recently was this one, which has quite a few shades. But anyway, obviously I'm just going to keep working on hitting pan. So I'm going to put into my random number generator numbers 1 to 755, because I believe, as far as I'm aware, that is the number of shades we have eligible. I work on everything unless it's going to be something really similar to already in the project, or if it's something already with pan on, but everything on this spreadsheet should be taken out if it has pan on. So the first number we are generating is number 264. So 264 is from my ABH Carly Bybel palette, and that is the shade Boy, which is going to be, oh, this one here. That's quite interesting. It's this kind of like cool toned brown in the top corner up here. I don't actually think I've used this shade at all, but it will be interesting to play around with. So yeah, it's just that kind of cool toned dark brown there. I think this will be good for an outer corner deepening up shade. I can't imagine wearing this all through my crease. It's a bit dark, but definitely that'll be great in the outer corner and kind of smoked out on the lower lash line. So I definitely think I can wear that a little bit, and obviously I will either have to wear that 20 times or hit pan. And obviously I can also, I forgot to mention, choose to keep something in if I wanted to continue if I thought I was near pan. But anyway, next number and the last number we have generating slash rolling in is gonna be number 99. So that's an older palette because my palettes are from oldest to newest. Number 99, oh, that's really nice. That is going to be from my Odin's Eye Alpha palette. I'm super excited about this one because I rarely actually get to play with this, and it's one of my favourites. So the shade we've rolled in is Dahlia, which, oh, that's so pretty. It has got a little bit of hard pan on it, so I will have to take that off. But the shade Dahlia is just this gorgeous kind of purpley shimmer colour there at the bottom. I think that is just stunning. Like, look at that on the finger, first of all, absolutely gorgeous. And then you can see on the bottom of my hand, sorry, the window's open and the dog is barking, but it's boiling hot. We're like in the middle of a heat wave, so I can't shut the window. Not my dog, but it's fine. That is the shade there, just a really, really stunning shimmer shade. That is absolutely gorgeous, and this is one of my favorite palettes, so I'm happy to have this in my everyday drawer. So yeah, this is the color story for this month. Definitely not super cohesive. I mean, these two work together, and I could probably use that in a look with this, like to deepen it up. But yeah, overall really pleased with this, especially that Odin's Eye shade there. Cannot wait to use this palette a bit more. It is absolutely stunning. So that is my update for this month. I really hope you guys did enjoy. I'm really excited to be getting back on track with my projects now and getting back to panning because I love it. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a like down below. Hit subscribe and turn on the bell to join a little club. Make sure you turn on all notifications. Then you'll be notified every single time I post a new video. If you want to watch my other videos, there'll be 2 on the screen now to pick from, as well as a load linked up in the cards from earlier. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!